Alright, today I'm gonna give you guys a detailed look at all three of these characters. We have Scar, Celtic, and Chopper. And this is from AVP by Hiya toys. And just gonna do them all together because they all have same articulation, stuff like that. It's just different designs, that's all. So let's get into it. Alright, then here's Scar outside the packaging, and here are all the accessories. Mind you, some of the accessories I took off of him because they're just getting in the way, so I took them off. Like the trophy piece right there, it was going around his shoulder, so it's a little bit tight on him. I wish they made it a little longer, the string, the rubbery string. Wish they made it a little longer. And then the collar piece, I took that off too because it does hinder his movement a little bit, so I took that off. And then it comes with the base right there, and then the spear, one collapsed and one extended. And then we have connector pieces for the base, and then shuriken, an open one, and then an extra set of hands. We have a open gesture hand and a relaxed hand. And then the figure comes with a gripping hand right here. They're both gripping hands, I guess, yeah. And then he comes with blades that are extendable, and this is the retract state. And when it extends, it just goes out a little bit more. And then here's the figure. Here's the Scar figure. I just watched the film again, and he doesn't look this brownish. The helmet doesn't look this brownish, copperish. It should have been a little more silver, so it would have been nice if the helmet, the biomass was completely silver instead of this brownish, coppery type color. Same with the armor. It would have been nice if it was completely silver. I know they did a wash to it, so maybe that's why it looked like this, but it would have been nice if it was completely silver. But overall, I'm really impressed with these figures because these are tiny ones. These are 1/18 scale, so a Predator would be a little bit taller than regular humans. So I don't have a ruler with me, so I want to say about a good 4.5 inches in the height with these characters. But yeah, really impressive. Yeah, look at the detailing. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. There's a lot going on with this. It's a 1/18 scale figure too. And these thigh straps are not even sculpted on there. It's a separate piece. So when you move his legs, you might want to tug them up and down a little bit just to give the legs a little bit more room to work with. And and this blade on the side here by his shin guard, that's a removable blade too. And this back here, wait, let me see if I can focus it. This blade over here. And here's how it looks from the side. And again, this blade right here is removable, so very impressive. And here's the back side of Scar. And here's the plasma caster right there. So here's the plasma caster right there. There's a hinge over here and then another hinge down here, so we can lift it up a little bit more like so. And the top should be able to rotate, but it's stuck on mine, so I'm not going to force it at the moment. And the arms, I wish they could come down a little bit more. It is hindered by the armor that he has on, so his arms cannot come down any further than this. But if you twist the bicep section, then bend the elbow a little bit, you could kind of fudge it that way. So his arms are a little bit lower now. But yeah, but that's about how far they could actually come down. And head movement, there's a ball joint there, so you can look up. Not that much, because dreads, that does get in the way. And rotate, yeah. And shoulders, I had an issue with this shoulder when I first got it. It wouldn't move at all, so I tried putting it in the freezer. Maybe I could freeze up the paint or the lubrication that they might have added, but that didn't help. So I ended up using a hair dryer, soften up the plastic, and just wiggle it around a little bit, and then I got it free up. So yeah, so that's good. And let's see, his arms could raise about that much, yeah, on both sides. Yeah, that's about it. And then you already saw there's bicep swivel right there. And then elbows could give you about 90 degrees, and that's it. And the wrists are on ball joint. And then as for the torso, it is hindered by this strip in the front and on the back. So, but it can rotate a little bit, give you a little bit of movement. Yeah, not a whole lot, no dynamic poses or anything. And then as for the hips, they're on ball joint. And like I mentioned before, if you want to move his legs up or down a little bit, I wouldn't do it 90 degrees or anything. So you want to move this around a little bit, maybe tuck this up, gives it a little more room for this to bend. And as for the knees, they are double jointed, but it could only give you a little past 90 degrees, and that's it. I believe they are double jointed. And then the ankle, there's a hinge joint that moves up and down, and there's no pivot. So when you give him a Y stand, his feet are not going to be planted because they're missing a joint right there. So it doesn't pivot left and right. So just move up and down. That's it. And sorry about not having it in focus. And so as for this blade here, like I mentioned, it is kind of hard to take it out. But once you did it once, it should come out pretty easily. And what I have to do was wiggle it back and forth like that, and I was able to get it out. And there's the blade right there, really tiny blade. So I'm surprised they sculpted this and made it removable too. And as for the arm blade, like I mentioned, it is extendable a little bit. Let's see, that's about all you're gonna get. Well, yeah, that much. And scar, you can see here they didn't glue this properly, so you can see a little gap in there. Kind of see the blade moving in there. So I might end up heating it with a hair dryer, softening up the plastic, and maybe re-glue it down a little bit more. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, a fantastic looking Scar figure from Hiya Toys. And since I went over articulation, I'm not going to go over articulation for all three of them. I'm just going to show you details of the other two, and just want to talk a little bit about it. This one, the Celtic, it's a this is a battle damage version. I wish I've gotten the regular version, which I am planning on getting. I like the mask. I like the battle mask with the xenomorph scratches on it, but I'm not liking the blades, because here you can see the blade's been reversed right here. It's based on that one scene where he trapped the xenomorph. No, he didn't trap him yet. It was right before he trapped him. The xenomorph attacked him from above because he was laying down, and then he cut its tail with the arm blade. He reversed it so he could cut it outward like that. So yeah, I don't like this. That's the only thing I don't like. I do like the biomass with the scratches on it. I like that a lot. And then as far as accessories, it's exactly the same as Scar, with the extra hands, the base, the connector, the spear, extended and collapsed version, and the shuriken. That's exactly the same as Scar. So here's another look at Scar. I mean, no, not Scar. Celtic. So there's the helmet, the biomass, really nice. Again, I wish there were more silver than this brownish, grayish look. And you can see half his armor is not there, chest armor, because in the film it's got acid on it, so he had to take those parts. He has to take part of his chest piece apart. Really nice. And there's the rest of him. And again, the blades. And as you can see, he does not have his plasma caster, because in the film, him and Chopper did not get theirs. And here's the backside of Chopper. And there's a little clamp back here over his shoulder for you to store the spear in. But it doesn't really work because the clamp is just too tiny to grip that thick spear. And his blade is removable as well. And last but not least, Chopper. And the least useful predator of them all. Yeah. And he has a extended blade for his forearm. I don't know how he could do anything with these blades on like that. But look at his chest piece is full. A full-on chest piece. And then he has a necklace on, a trophy necklace. And he has two skulls on his back side as well. And here's side view of Chopper. He has a lot of blades going on here. So be careful when you're messing with this guy, because you don't want to risk breaking these blades, because they are somewhat of a rigid plastic, so they will break if you aren't careful. And here's the back side of Chopper. And the clamp on his back does work with the spear. On this one, the one that's attached to the skull, those are a lot thinner than the retractable spears that these figures come with. And he too has a removable blade. And here we have all three of them standing together. Really pretty. I like it a lot. And happy to get these, and they're gonna set you back about $20 each, and I'm happy to pay that. Just gotta be super careful when you're messing with these guys. Their joints are a bit on the fragile side, so just be mindful of that when you're moving the joints here. And if anything's stuck, I would suggest either heating it up or freezing it before you move them, because you don't want to risk breaking them, because they will break if you aren't careful. But yeah, they look fantastic together, all three of them. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. There's the Hiya Toys AVP Predators. We have Scar, Celtic, and Chopper. Thanks for watching.